What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more hard house slash hard trance as my kitten thinks about stealing my chair. Yeah, we're gonna listen to a tune by the Hellfire Club, which back in the day I always thought was just an alias of Baby Doc, aka Quentin Franklin. But it actually is, but it's also, it's Baby Doc and SJ. Now I have a release on, what is the name of the label? It's like red sleeve, there's like a yellow label pointing, or a yellow arrow, sorry, pointing up. I'm forgetting the name of the label, but I have a tune by Baby Doc and SJ, blanking on what it is at the moment. But yeah, when I went to prepare for this reaction, I just opened the page for this release on Discogs, and I found out Hellfire Club is not just Baby Doc, but Baby Doc and SJ, which I didn't know for a long time. So, in any case, this is a tune called Bitch. It's by, again, under the name, the Hellfire Club. It's on React Records, a UK label like trance, techno, and indeed, I'd say this tune is somewhere between hard trance and hard house. I think the percussion is a bit more hard house in its stylings, but the sort of sequencing and the atmosphere of the tune kind of has a hard trance vibe. So, and that's very much, I think, indicative of a lot of Baby Doc's work. It's sort of on the border between hard house and hard trance. Yeah, which reminds, it makes me think of someone like John the Dentist, a little bit similar. Who would be another good example? There were a few people who sort of worked in that territory. Nevertheless, this was always one of my favorite tunes from the first time I heard it. The first time I did hear it was on a mixtape by a Southern California DJ, or at the time he lived in Southern California. He now lives, I think, like Pacific Northwest. In any case, the name was Ganesh, and he used this on one of his mixtapes. So I knew the name of it, but back in the day, like Discogs didn't exist. So this was like late 90s. It took me a little while to get it. I remember a friend of mine, it was like maybe 2000, he found it on some website he used. I mentioned before, I used at the time before I started discogging in '04. Before that, it was like Hard to Find Records, bangingtunes.com, like Satellite Records and whatever. But my friend eventually found a copy online. He called me, he was like, hey man, I can get a copy for you right now. You like hook me up with the cash? I was like, fuck yeah. So he ended up getting a copy for me. It arrived a couple weeks later, and I was happy as a clam, and have been ever since. So yeah, this is a really cool tune, probably my favorite by Baby Doc. I mean, I like a lot of what Baby Doc has done, but this is right up there with the best stuff. So yeah, it features a sort of memorable sample of a woman seemingly with some attitude talking about a bitch in the third person, but like in a positive way, that she's, not your regular tease, she's not so easy to please, she's back, basically, it seems like she may be talking about herself because of the way she's talking and what she's saying, but again, it is like referencing a third person. So, in any case, let's get to it. This is the Hellfire Club, the tune is Bitch, it's from 1998, and it's on React. Sounds like mice are tap dancing. Again, even acid techno tracks, many of them will have like a little sample at the start, maybe a 32 or a 64 where there's no kick drum yet. Seems like a lot of hard house as I'm going back and, re-experiencing a number of these tunes. They really didn't stand on ceremony, or, they just start with straight up percussion, just kick drum, hat, clap, which is very DJ friendly. But sometimes you wish they'd have both. Like, at least give me the option where I could use this at the start of the mix. Give me like a quirky little sample and then drop into the long intro. Heavy bass line though. And that, I don't even know what you call it, like a submarine alert sort of synth. Plays a big role. got a tease there of what's coming. But it's funny, like here, it could be anything. You know you're waiting. Like you know this isn't the whole tune. Or if it is, like you're listening to like minimal stuff, which is not normally my flavor. I remember the first time I heard this. It was on that mixtape and I was like, holy fuck, dude, I need to get this record. And I've always thought of this synth line, it's like melody, I guess, you know, in terms of like its role in the track, if not in its sound. It's like big, it's tough, it's like a badass like hard house / hard trance melody. It's grinding, it's gritty, it's on fire. I saw this slay. I remember seeing Ganesh maybe like 6 months after I got that tape. He played this, utterly destroyed. Hellfire of a melody. Like lots of moving parts, like a train. I am amused, I've always been amused at like, when this track's done, it's just like, boom, we're done. Like, it's very concentrated. It's like, it's over. Like, so it is a track where I feel like you gotta start mixing out right before you get to that transition. So once that transition happens to the outro, you can quickly start moving to the next tune. Because, I mean, it's like, it's done. It's over. So yeah, it's like a really short outro. and a quick ramp down of the energy. But again, once you know that as a DJ, you can just prepare accordingly and begin your mix, so that you're transitioning away right when it's dropping off the intensity. In any case, I really do enjoy it. It's a tough track, like I said. It has a big sort of bold sound to that main riff. And yeah, when I first heard it, it made a really big impression on me. And then again, I like saw it a few months later, like absolutely destroy a hard trance room, as part of, again, a set from Ganesh. So yeah, it was a top track back then. I don't play hard house as much as I used to. I do have like, I think 5 mixes up in a video mix series that I actually started on my old channel, Hard House Chronicles. At some point I'll like add more installments. Since I just got a new kitten, just trying to like wait a week or two before I try to mix a set, because she's already very interested in turntables, or in the turntables. So yeah, gonna make sure that my records don't get attacked. But at some point I'm gonna start doing video mixes again, and I'll make sure to put another one up there with some tracks that I've just reacted to. So do let me know what you think. Other than that, I will see you next time. Peace.